we think will be a decision, or at least a suggestion of what the decision will be from the Supreme Court. The letter reads in part, quote, as experts on our communities, we state unequivocally that access to abortion care is essential health care and a fundamental right necessary to ensure freedom, autonomy, and equity for everyone who can get pregnant. As we saw in a lot of cities, hundreds of protesters demonstrated outside the Phoenix Capitol last night. What impact do you think overturning Roe v. Wade would have on Phoenix?
I am very worried about what it means for my community, particularly for women who don't have access to the health care they need already. This will be hardest for our lowest income women. But I think most women my age had a conversation with a friend that starts, there's something I have to tell you, and you learn about an unintended pregnancy. Those are hard conversations, and to have fewer and fewer options, particularly locally, can be devastating for women. Arizona is one of the states that will likely have an outright abortion ban.
Well, let's talk about that, because the governor, Republican Doug Ducey, signed a bill into law in March that would act as a near total ban on abortions after 15 weeks. He previously has indicated that he might revisit the issue if Roe is overturned, which it looks like it will be by the Supreme Court. Can you do anything on the local level, or Ducey does this and the legislature goes along, or vice versa, and that's where Phoenix is?
So Arizona also has a pre-Roe abortion ban on the books. So this is
a total ban.
A total ban.
Mm-hmm.
So these are really devastating times. For a woman my age, Roe has been settled law, and to think that it is so at risk is a really scary time. We're, I think, going to see a lot of organizing around it. I find that younger women were really particularly paying attention this election cycle, and now we're already seeing on campuses and in the community a huge upswell. But we're also hearing from women who remember what it was like when abortion was illegal, and who are galvanized and ready to do everything we can to not return to those days.
Well, let's talk about that. Practically speaking, what will this mean? You say you're very concerned. What do you think a post-Roe Arizona, post-Roe Phoenix would look like?
We already had very high-stakes elections, but this is going to change it dramatically. I think we'll see many more people in our community, but particularly women, getting engaged and organizing around the election. We have races such as the governor's race that are on the ballot, and I think we'll see a lot more interest there. State legislative races will become incredibly important. So first, I think that we will see is action in November.
Okay, you're not going to give me the worst case scenario because you're just focused on the election.
The City of Phoenix is a pro-choice council, and I think we will look at what our options are. We want to make sure women have access to all of the health care in our community. We don't want people to have to go to California. Many of the people who need it most will not be able to do so.
Let's turn to another important issue in your state, the growing crisis on the southern border. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Biden administration from ending the pandemic-era Trump restrictions, border restrictions known as Title 42, which allowed for quicker removal of migrants from the United States because of the coronavirus pandemic. Do you want to see Title 42 remain in place? Do you want to see the country still be able to remove people who are in this country illegally quickly?
So to me, what we really need is Congress to pass comprehensive immigration reform, and maybe there's political will that wasn't there before. Our labor market is incredibly tight right now. We need people to build homes in our community, to operate so many of the advanced jobs that are coming to our community, and perhaps there's finally the will to do something on comprehensive immigration reform. But if not, we really need support. We are a welcoming community. We are built by people who have moved to Phoenix as America's fastest growing city. The overwhelming majority of the people in my community have roots somewhere else, and refugees have been amazing for our community. We have a beautiful police station.
But do you want Title 42 to stay so that the immigration can take migrants out more quickly, or not?
So it's been questionable as a healthcare tool. It is not how I would like to see us regulate immigration, but we do need more of a plan in place to be ready, and we need local government to have an understanding of what is coming so we can prepare.
All right, Mayor Kate Gallego, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.